feel like you were raped?
No.
Dr. Judy Ho, clinical psychologist. We've been debating, what does this mean? But tell us about erotic humiliation. We've been talking about, okay, everybody knows about bondage from the movies, whips and chains, but erotic humiliation is a subset of S&M that people may not be acquainted with. And what I want to ask you is, what do people get out of degrading somebody verbally, and what do people get out of being degraded verbally? Why do they get off on it?
Well, Jane, erotic humiliation is the consensual agreement between two parties that they want to use humiliation as a psychological weapon in a sexual context. And so the key word here is consensual. The two people have to agree that they will take on this form of humiliation, whether as the bottom, which is the person who is humiliated, or as the top, who is the person who does the humiliating. And what people find exciting about it is just not being in a power position. So sometimes you'll see somebody who is used to being in power actually wanting to be the bottom in this type of relationship. And I think that the key to it is that the individuals feel the excitement from the humiliation. It's something that's out of the ordinary. It's something that they generally don't experience. And so it's something for them to sort of, I guess, take it up a notch in their sexual life.
It's sexually charged because it's taboo. And so humans like to do what's taboo. And in its best moments, it could be like kids playing in a sand lot, and it's works game, which people do that too, believe it or not. I want to go to Dr. Judy Ho. You've been hearing all this debate about, is this abuse or is this just kinky sex? Doesn't it all boil down to intention? People can play games in the bedroom if they have a loving intention, and it is a way to work out childhood traumas and express things that they're ashamed about and get them out and shake them out so they can go on with their lives. Or if it's done in a very mean way and a cruel way, it can become abusive and degrading.
That's right, Jane. I mean, this is people walking a very, very thin line here, because at any point, anything that involves sexual humiliation or anything dangerous in the bedroom, if you get to that other side, the other person can really suffer psychological damage from it. And so oftentimes these partners will have a safe word where they know they have to stop. If one person says a safe word, they have to stop whatever they're doing. But a lot of the times the damage has already been done. And I think Jodi is trying to say, I have battered woman syndrome, and I was too depressed. I had such low self-esteem that I could not remove myself from the situation, and I just kept going back for more because I wanted to please him and I wanted him to make me feel good again. That might be true, but there is no evidence in the psychological literature, in the medical profession, that has a consensus on what's called battered women syndrome. There's no diagnosis for it. And there's also no medical consensus that this is actually going to be a severe enough condition to excuse the types of things that Jodi did.
Yeah, and I said there was an old TV commercial, between love and madness lies obsession. I think that sums up this case to a T. She's obsessed. Anybody who's ever had a crush on somebody knows what that obsession feels like. You can't say no. No matter what is involved, you'll show up if that person's involved. And I don't care if it happened in high school or as an adult.